Hey! Okay, so I have exciting news. I have decided to do a series explaining you how you can sync with your cycle. And because this is a long topic, I decided to break it down into different episodes. So I'm going to teach you how to identify each of the phases of your cycle. I'm going to teach you how to nurture each phase of the cycle, self-care, workout, and how to do all that in order for you to actually use your cycle to your favor instead of against it, right? Because as we grow up, everybody says, oh, how hard it is to be a woman. We go through bleeding like this. We have like PMS symptoms. We're hormonal and all that. But honestly, syncing with your cycle, you can take all these and make it work to your advantage versus against you. So I'm just fascinated with this topic. I've been implementing it for months now, and I can tell you that I feel so much more different, like not only in my energy levels, but also how I perform in my job, how creative I am, how, I don't know, it overall feel good feeling, if you know what I mean, right? Because what got me started into cycle syncing was because one day I was just laying in my bed, not wanting to work, right? And I love my job. I love sharing all these with you guys, but it was just like I didn't have the motivation, I didn't have the creativity. I was like, what am I doing? And the thing is that this thing repeated every single month, right? So one part of the month I would feel like, okay, I'm like a work machine, I can get it all done. I was super inspired, super creative. I could come into like do lives and show up for you. And then this other part of the month I would be MIA because I will not have anything to talk to you about, or I would have like zero inspiration or even zero energy to just do that. So obviously for me this was not like something that was normal, right? Like I'm like, I need to figure out what's going on. At the end, I am a nutritionist. I was eating good. I've always well, not always, I'm lying. I'm working out now. I didn't like working out before, but now I love it. I was like doing kind of all the right things, right? But one thing I was not doing is that I was ignoring my bioindividuality. I was ignoring my biochemistry, and I was trying to work against it and force things that weren't coming natural to me, right? So as I started deep diving into hormones and how hormones rule our state of mind, our energy, and pretty much everything inside our body, I started putting two and two together. I realized that every single study that is out there is focused on men. Women are barely participants of any studies done before, right? So I was like, okay, so like all this theory or all these like things, we are expected to be like men, and we are not, okay? We are not, because we go through way more changes than men do. Men have one cycle. Every 24 hours it resets, so they wake up and they feel the same. In the afternoon they will feel the same, and then at night they will feel the same, and the next day it would start all over. Versus us, aside of having the 24 one, because our cortisol is higher in the morning just to get us going, and so on and so on, we also have a monthly cycle. And that monthly cycle makes us change our energy, our mood, our productivity, our creativity, our wanting to socialize, all that, because all that our hormones are regulating, right? So I don't know if I went on a tangent here, but that was my point. I want to share with you everything I have been learning about syncing with our cycle, because definitely you can use these, again, not only to feel so much better, to help you regulate your hormones, if you have irregular periods, to help you regulate that, but even if all that is good, it's just going to help you to feel better overall, and again, to work with your body instead of kind of like against it, okay? So today, which is our episode number 1 of this series, that honestly I haven't even put a name on this series because I just thought about it. I guess I'm feeling creative because I've been cycle syncing, and whatever. Today is the first episode, and today I'm just gonna start with 2 little things I want you to do. First of all, from here to next week until I post episode number 2, I want you to track how you feel, okay? This is gonna be your task number 1. This is not gonna be lasting only a week. I want it to be like to last at least 1 or 2 months, to make it sound less, 4 to 8 weeks, because I want everybody's very, it's very different, right? So I wanna see how you're feeling. So let's say you right now are having your period, right? So start tracking down, how are you feeling? Are you feeling more tired? Are you feeling less motivated? Or are you feeling actually motivated? Or you are having cravings, or you're not having cravings? Are you more hungry? Are you less hungry? Like, start tracking everything, how you feel, like from your mood, like even like the thoughts you get, because sometimes we kind of get all these negative thoughts, and I've noticed that all those negative thoughts, anxiety, and all those things come like linked to the luteal phase, especially to the PMS, and that's where our hormones start declining, right? So start tracking how you feel, again, mood wise, even your body, like when you're eating, what are you craving? Are you craving warm foods? Are you craving salads? Are you craving candy? I don't know, just track everything, because our bodies are, well, our body is so wise that it tells us with all these little signals how we're doing internally, and a lot of that gets reflected into our monthly cycles, into our period. So again, that's one thing I want you to start doing right now. Start tracking. I always call it like you journal, a food mood journal. That way you start identifying your own pattern, right? Because we all have a different pattern. As I tell you, my pattern was, okay, follicular and ovulatory phase, I was always on the go. I was like amazing. I was feeling great. I was feeling like, you know, when you try your clothes on and you kind of like feel great in whatever you're wearing, but then the next day you can wear like the same thing and you weren't like, you don't feel like you look good. Well, that's what was happening to me. So this part of the month I was feeling amazing, everything was fitting, I was feeling like great, oh, I was like, oh, I look good, and then boom, from one second to another, everything would be like totally extreme. Like I would barely want to leave my bed. I would like try and change a million times because I would, like, nothing would fit like right, like even my mood, like my thoughts, I was getting mad more and all that. And all these changes are normal at certain points, right? But when they are so extreme like they were happening to me, there's like red flags that I'm going to help you identify as we cover this topic through this series, right? So just start with that one thing, honor how your body is feeling, and keep track on it. And step number 2, and that one we're going to start implementing as I teach you how to support your body, is going to be start with baby steps. So during the following couple of weeks, I'm going to share with you these baby steps that you can start adding to your everyday and to your cycle, and start implementing in order to feel good. Again, it doesn't matter if your periods are irregular, if you have 0 PMS, everybody can like honestly benefit from this. And you can, like, as long as you get in touch with what do we call it, with your feminine energy, once you get in touch with that and once you sync with that, again, you can make it work completely in your favor, okay? So start with those 2 things, start tracking, and baby steps. If you want to start implementing little things, you can always start by doing the warm lemon water that I talk every single day, and I have, like, I shared it with you all the time. Like, starting your day with warm lemon water on an empty stomach does wonders for you. It not only helps a little bit with your energy, it helps you detoxify, fires up digestion, it boosts your immune system because it's loaded with vitamin C, which who doesn't want that right now, especially in the winter months and with everything going on, right? And then seed cycling, you can grab the free guide in my bio. It's really easy. It's the most natural and inexpensive way that you can start supporting your cycle, your hormones, to start feeling better. So if you want to start with baby steps and you want to get ahead of the game before I start posting everything regarding your luteal phase, your follicular phase, ovulatory phase, and all that, you can start with those 2 things, okay? So send me a message, let me know that you're ready to start this and to get in tune with your body, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing these weeks coming ahead. Okay, send me any question you want, because I always love them, because they inspired me to make all these videos. And also, it's if there's something you want me to cover in this series, I would love to do that. Okay, so take care and see you next week. Hey, I'm back. I thought about a name for our series, and what about tuning in with your cycle 101, because this is the basics of it, and I think that works. Let me know what you think. Bye.